Okay, as you can see, the lighting is even more yellow now. You know, I am praying for this eternal snowstorm to just end, but it doesn't seem to want to. Hi, this is Ingrid and welcome to my winter bookland. And as you all probably know, it's Christmas, so of course we have to get a little bit into the Christmas spirit. We have this really adorable penguin light that my friend got me last Christmas, and it is one of the most wonderful things I own, so that one is gonna be on forever, I think. And we also have this little, my earrings. They're gonna make noise during this video, but I don't care. So as you probably guessed from the title, today we are doing the Guilty Reader book tag. Honestly, like in my planning, I just written down Christmas themed video, I don't know, some kind of tag. So this morning was a bit stressful, you could say, with me trying to find a tag, and just this one was the one that I found just immediately and also didn't like create any trouble. Okay, so I think that's enough. We're just gonna go straight into the tag. The first question is, have you ever re-gifted a book that you've been given? The thing about me and my family is that it's been pretty ingrained in me, like since childhood, that you shouldn't re-gift something. So no, I've like never done that. Okay, so my notes are a bit of a mess because I wrote it down in a hurry this morning. So I've written down new moon in a table. What does that mean? Well, I have this kind of funny story to go with this actually, because I got a copy of New Moon from my godmother and godfather for my birthday one year. And the thing is, I didn't like Twilight, and also it was like the second or third book, I don't really remember. And it was obvious they didn't get the entire Twilight series and didn't realize that this was a sequel, so therefore they just bought the third or second book for me. So we had this kind of project at my chosen course in school, and we had to find something from this trash yard that we have and remake it into something. So I found this trough and I made it into a table, and I laid this kind of glass over the trough, and down inside it we decided that there must be something to lay there to like look pretty. And so I thought, hey, New Moon looks pretty. So therefore I stuffed New Moon down into the table and decorated it and stuff, and it looks pretty great. So the second question is, have you ever said you've read a book when you haven't? Not necessarily. Like some confusing things is that when I DNF a book, I often like mark it as finished on my Goodreads, but I don't think that really counts. The only thing I can think of is like when I told my mom I'd read this like Understanding Your Teenage Feelings book, because, you know, I didn't want to read some bullshit like that. The third question is, have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? Like mainly, no. I kind of stole everything from my mother, but like I'm still living in the same house as her, so I don't really count that as stealing. The only other thing I can think of is that like when I was 6, I kind of kept one of my friend's Winx DVDs and never like returned it, but that's mainly the only thing I can think of. I am very like focused on trying to return books when I am given them. And the fourth question is, have you ever read a series out of order? Not necessarily, I haven't done that. The only examples I could think of was when I read the Six of Crows trilogy before the Grisha trilogy, because like there's some continuity there that needs to be connected. But the only other thing I can think of is my run-in with Harry Potter, because I kind of experienced Harry Potter in a mismatched way of movies and books. So therefore I think I started on like the 5th book. I read that one first, and it was kind of like a mess because I watched some movies and then I read some books, and then I just read them completely out of order. And yes, that completely answers the question, I only didn't remember it. So You know what kind of video this is gonna be. The 5th question is, have you ever spoiled a book for someone? The thing is that my friend group is very aggressive on not spoiling things. So therefore I'm like very like conscious about not spoiling things, and if I want to talk about something that may contain a spoiler, I say, is it okay if I spoil it for you? And the answer is yes or no, and if it's no, I shut up. But I remember one instance when one of my friends and I were like sneakily trying to talk about Jon Snow's parentage in the books instead of the TV show, Game of Thrones. Like, I asked, is it the same as the show? And my friend was kind of like, it is the same, but not necessarily. He's who he is, but not really. And my other friend was like, oh my god, you're not being subtle at all. I can totally tell what you're talking about. So, I mean, that kind of counts, right? The 6th question is, have you ever dog-eared a book? Yes, I have. When I started reading, I mainly got my books from the library, and then I didn't see a problem with dog-earing my pages because they weren't my books. But recently, as I've started, you know, buying my books myself and, you know, coming to care for them in a way, I've always been a little bit furious at people who dog-ear my books, at least. Like, if you want to dog-ear your book, that's fine, but like my books, I don't want to have any kind of damage to the pages in that kind of way. The 7th question is, have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do? No, I haven't. No situation where I had to like lie like that has ever come up. So no, not really. The 8th question is, have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have? 50 Shades? And the 9th question is, have you ever skipped a chapter or section of a book? Here I have A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. I was just debating whether I should go and get it or not, but I can't be bothered. So there's a part in the middle of the book where they visit the summer court and like do politics there, and I found those chapters so boring. Like, as I mentioned in my last video, I annotated that book, and when you come to the summer court part, I've just written down, skip like 20 pages ahead, this is boring as fuck, I haven't annotated it. And like, the part was kind of dragging, I didn't enjoy it, so, you know. Another example I have is when I read A Darker Shade of Magic. I skipped a lot of the Lila's parts because they were very annoying. But other than that, I can't think of anything, except when I know that a scene is going to be embarrassing. I kind of stop for a while and then I just skim very quickly, just pick up the main words, and then I'm out of there because I can't be bothered. And the 10th question is, have you ever badmouthed a book you actually liked? Here we have all of the Sarah J Maas books, because I think like it's kind of like a common joke nowadays that you say just, oh, you know, Sarah J Maas's books are trash but I still like them, and I'm actually like pretty upset at myself for it. I genuinely like the books, like, and like, of course there are some, yeah, see, it's kind of the thing of just jumping on the bandwagon and just hating on Sarah J Maas because everyone else is hating on Sarah J Maas. If you want to comment on anything I've said or share your opinions, I would appreciate it if you left a comment, and if you enjoyed anything I had to say, maybe leave a like. If you enjoyed like the general tone I have on this channel, you can maybe subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye. The original recording of this, I see now, is just like 15 minutes. That is shorter than any other fucking video I've ever done. So, you know, that's a win. I hope I didn't like talk way too fast, but we'll see.